good, YouTube? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about methods or functions in Unity and how they're used. We're basically going to talk about how to create them. We're going to be talking about how to use the return types, what the keywords mean for the basic operations, and what actions we can do with this format. So let's go ahead and take a quick look and see how we could use them. All right, so I already went ahead and I created a game object. So the next thing is for us to do is go ahead and create a script. So I'm going to go ahead and right click to create C# script. I'm going to call this function, enter. So this class is going to be what we've been created before. Let's go ahead and open it up. Now let's go ahead and check out what we have. So first off, we got the start function and we got the update function. We ain't going to be needing the update function, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. We'll give ourselves some space. Now the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to write the public keyword, which later on when we start doing more advanced videos will give us the option to access this from another script. So if we don't, only this script is going to be able to use these actions or these functions built in. Now in this case, I'm not going to return anything, so we'll talk more about with that in just a bit. But void means I don't have to use the return keyword to be able to return something or some data. All right, the next thing is we want to know the name of the function, and in this case always start off with the capital letter. So I'm going to call this message, and with parentheses. Just for now, I'm going to do something very simple. Go ahead, give some curly brackets. Now after that, I'm going to go ahead and do the standard debug.log, and I'm going to go ahead and say hello world, and it's going to be returning to the console, comma splice. All right, I'm going to save it real quick, but before we head over to Unity, we will not be able to see anything just yet because nothing's calling this. So what we want to do is call this function, and it's very easy to call this function. So I'm just going to say message parentheses comma splice. Oops, here we go. Now I'm going to save it once again, and now as soon as I hit the play button in Unity, I should be able to see hello world because it's being called from the start function. So let's go ahead and take a quick look and see what we get. Don't forget to save. All right, back in Unity, I already have the console up. I'm going to go ahead and hit the play button, and we should be able to see hello world. Now I didn't get anything because I forgot to do one simple thing, and that was attach the script to it. So I'll go back to the project. You see that I have it over here, function. I'm just going to drag it over to this side over here and drop it in there. And now I should have my function. I'll go back to console, go ahead and hit the play button. And boom, we got hello world. All right. So that's one thing that we can do with functions. Now let's go ahead and add an argument or a parameter and see what happens. All right, we're back over here in the C# script. So now we want to be able to add an argument or a parameter. So what does that mean? So we're going to just rework this, and we're going to go right in between the parentheses, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, let's put a string or something that goes in there, right? So we start off with the keyword, which tells the program that, hey, there's going to be some text going in there, and I'm just going to say, name it text. Okay, now that I have that there, I'm going to remove this, what I have already there, and put that variable that is being sent through the function. Now right now we have to also put something in here in order to be able to pass something into the function so that the function can later do the debug.log and print out on the console. So I'm just going to put word. For the moment it hasn't been created yet, so I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to create it. I'm going to start off with string, and I'm going to say, all right, it's word, and it's going to be equal to quotation marks, and I'm going to say hello world once again. All right, so now I'm going to hit the save. Let's make sure that we got everything. We got a string. The variable is now hello world. The variable is going to go inside the function. When it goes and gets sent into the function, it's just going to do the same thing and print out the same thing once again. So let's go ahead and give it out a quick test. All right, we're back at the Unity program. Let's go ahead and run it and see what happens. And check it out, we got hello world to print out. So we did something very quickly. We learned how to create a method. We know how to pass things into it. And we need to do one last thing. Almost done, almost forgot. We gotta go ahead and use the return types. So let's go ahead and do that real quickly. All right, here we go. We're right back on the same script. Let's go ahead and make some modifications because we're going to go ahead and return something, and that something will hold data and it could be stored into a variable. So let's get rid of things that we don't need. All right, so we got rid of that. We got rid of this also. The variable is no longer going to be in there. We're going to go ahead and put a new keyword. Instead, we're going to get rid of void. And let's try something, let's say integer. All right, so now it's going to return some integer, right? And now let's go ahead and update this. Let's see what we're going to do. Let's think about it. All right, so I'm going to start off and say inside this function, I'm going to set a variable and I'm going to say it's num. And I'm going to say, let's equal it to 1. Okay, and that now I'm going to go ahead and turn num. And that's pretty much it. So now basically anything that runs this program can set this into a variable. And for an example, if we were to run something, let's just say for the heck of it, I have a variable already created. Let's say this is just a variable, right? And we say equals, and we're going to say message parentheses. We will put it in that format to store something for this type of function. So there we have it. We did something very quickly just to be able to get started and start playing around with this information. But that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Later.